Is that a quarterback draw you called, Con, and CJ draw?
Yes, that's exactly how I drew it up. I was yelling. I probably yelled to get down 7 times during the play. Then it kept going. It was awkward to watch, but it was a cool play to see.
So in a game like this, why don't you give Matt Barkley any playing time?
Pretty much. I said Matt down after the Minnesota game, and we know what Matt can do. We've seen Matt a lot. We've seen him in this league before. We've seen him in practice. There was nothing Matt could have done in that game to change our feeling on him. I needed to see more of CJ, and we also wanted to see Nick. We haven't given Nick a chance to play. I didn't want him to just get in the fourth quarter when pretty much he was running the ball anyway. So I wanted him to start the third, and we thought CJ needed more time to play.
Have you decided who your backup quarterback is yet?
Yes, we decided, but I'm going to deal with that tomorrow.
Are you going to keep 3 quarterbacks?
I don't know yet. We'll see that tomorrow.
What's tomorrow? Is tomorrow we can make everything?
But tomorrow we're going to try to do everything. We're trying to get it down. I know there will be some that happen Saturday. You never can do it all, and a lot of the stuff's going to go into play. I would love to keep 3 quarterbacks, and that's going to be a hard debate, not about the quarterback position, but how we look at the rest of the roster.
You have final say, so if you want
I do, but I don't have final say of keeping 70 people. We have to figure out how to get it to 53.
What did you like about leaving Tomlinson, and where does he fit in?
We brought him in to help us out at guard. We know we're going to have a decision here to make with Josh, which we're going to do here over the weekend. We know it's going to be one of those type of IRs. That's something we got to sit down with Josh and talk to him more about, which I'd like to do tomorrow, and the doctors. But we know we wanted to get in guard here that has played. We saw him coming out of college. He's a guy who definitely has a lot of talent. Hasn't reached it all yet in this league, but want to give him a new start, and we think he can come in here and help us.
Is it potential for Josh to be in season ending IR?
Yeah, it's potential. It's going to be one of those two. We got to go through and talk about a lot of it. I haven't got a chance to talk to Josh personally, so we're going to talk about the different options and what it means to him this year, what it means to him next year, and all that. So we'll discuss that tomorrow.
What exactly did he need repaired in the knee?
I'm not sure exactly what it is. It
wasn't an ACL though?
No, it's not. I would know it if it was something normal. It's something different that my education is not there. So, but it's not. I mean, we had to clean some stuff up in there, and we know how long it takes to heal, but it's how long it takes to recover. So those are the things that you're not exactly sure about, that we need to discuss what our options are, and we'll find out tomorrow.
Joe Williams he's had some fumbling issues, and he had a big one. How big a mark against him is that right now?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's always a big mark. If you can't hold on to the ball, I mean, it's very tough to play in this league, and he's had a few of them. So that definitely is alarming, something we have to get fixed. Wish he could have stayed back in the game more. He hurt his ankle a little bit there at the end, so we had to get him out.
Victor Bolden has returned 2 returns for touchdowns. Is that enough to get him on a roster?
It's, just returning 2 isn't just enough. It's got to be everything else that you do. I know there were 2 real good plays, but it has to do with everything else also. How much can he help us out at receiver? Is he the punt returner? Is he the kick returner? What else can he do if he isn't? And again, what does the rest of the 53 look like?
How about Asa Jackson? How did he look tonight, and what's his chances?
I think he's right there with everyone. The thing that just to help you guys, I have too much respect for all the guys in there to get too much into predicting for you guys who's going to be on and off the team tomorrow. I'm going to get a chance to meet with all of them, all the guys that we decided to let go. I know the people. Tomorrow's really a day off for our players. We'll get going again on Saturday, and we have treatment and stuff. That's all mandatory tomorrow, but we're going to call the guys in who aren't making the team, get a chance to tell them personally, myself and John. And besides that, I'm not going to do any predictions on that.
Talk a little about his play tonight.
Yeah, I mean, from what I saw, he did a good job. I think he had the 2 picks, but I saw him making a lot of tackles too. And Ace is a guy that we brought here in the middle of the deal, and he's brought some energy. He plays hard. Came in the middle of camp, does a good job on special teams, and I was excited about how he came here and helped us.
What are you going to do with Laken Tomlinson as far as presenting him with an opportunity to perhaps be the starter week 1?
I mean we'll see. We got to work. I mean, I think he landed here during the middle of that game, so I'm sure I'm not going to see him tonight. We'll see him tomorrow. We'll start getting him with our O-line coach and our O-line assistant, and they'll start working. They'll start trying to teach him our scheme. It'll take till Saturday to get him out on the field with us, and then we'll do a little bit Monday, and then we'll jump into a normal Wednesday and have a normal week after that. So it's a lot to put on a guy to expect him to be ready for week 1, but we're going to go at it as hard as we can, and we'll see where he's at each week.
Would you expect him to be left guard?
I'd expect in this league you really got to be both guards, but that's you know, we're going to work him at both of the spots, and but wherever he can find a starting position, that's where he's going to try to go. But what he's played is both of those guard spots, and when you're a backup, you got to be able to play both of them.
Everyone you're planning to release, you plan to speak to tomorrow?
I definitely plan to. You know, there's going to be 37 guys lined up. You know, so it's. But if they're going to wait, then I'll be there to talk to all of them, and so will John. So I hope to.
Still plan to announce it then Saturday, or would you announce it tomorrow, maybe?
You know, I tell you, we won't get through 37 tomorrow. There's going to be a few that we get through on Saturday. I think we have to be done by Saturday at 1 o'clock. So that's the cut line for us. But we plan to get most of them done tomorrow.
Philosophically, how much can you glean from a fourth preseason game? And was there anything you saw on the field tonight that maybe changed your opinion of the guy?
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't ever do that just from watching it the first time live. You know, that has to do with getting in and watching all angles on the film that we have. Really watching every situation that they had. You know, you can see some of the big plays and wherever your eyes are looking, but you can't see all 22 on one play. So you can see interceptions, you can see turnovers, you can see the big plays just like you guys can. But in order to make a tough decision, there's a lot more that goes into it. So that's why I'll probably watch a little before I go to bed tonight, and we'll get up in the morning and try to do it. It's not a lot of guys we have to do that for. Going into the fourth game, you know, you got a pretty good idea on a bunch, but like I said earlier in the week, this is as many decisions going into a fourth game that I've been around in my career, and you know, it looked like a bunch of guys battled real hard at a bunch of positions and special team spots, so we're gonna have to look at that hard in the morning.
Two more, please. How helpful was it for you personally to get these 4 preseason games under your belt, just learning to manage all the different things you have going on through the course of the game rather than just calling plays?
I think it's good. You know, it's all about reps, and I was glad to get 4 of them before we start the real ones, and you get more comfortable each time. I think the only time you're uncomfortable is a little bit of the unknown, and I had a little bit more unknown going into that Kansas City game, which you think, and then you get into it and you realize it's what you've been doing your whole life, so you definitely got to pay a little bit of attention to when to call timeouts and things like that. But I've enjoyed it, being able to click back and forth on the headsets, listen to the defense, being able to go back onto the offense when we're up the whole time. I think some of the offensive coaches get annoyed with me sometimes because they think they're talking to me and I'm on the defensive headset a lot. But it's been fun going back and forth, and I enjoy it. Hopefully the more I do it, the better I'll get.
One of those positions that, at least from the outside of here for grabs, is the backup 3 technique. Like what, you know, you have 3 guys there potentially. What's the process as far as trying to figure out which of those 3 you keep?
It's, you know, you for a backup 3 technique, there's lots of different things that go into it, and especially with our defensive line. We have a lot of interchangeable guys. A lot of our inside guys can't play outside, and a lot of our outside guys can't play inside. You know, we'd like to get a pretty good run stopper because we know Buckner is that's what he's very good at, but we also want to make sure he's fresh to rush the passer too. So the better run stopper we can have behind him, the more fresh we think we can keep him, whether that's his exact backup or moving around other people on the D-line. There's guys competing for that spot. There's also other positions on our team that can play that spot too. So there's so many different factors that could go into it, and that's really what we're trying to weigh on, and we'll be doing tomorrow. It was good to see all those guys compete, the people behind Buck tonight, so we'll have a whole nother game film to watch them to see how they are. And they're competing against themselves or against each other, but they're also competing against other people on the D-line too, because we have some versatility there.
All right, Jennifer.
Each individual player instead of having something that's happened at the previous places you've been?
I don't think all the places I've been. I'm not sure always. I know that's something that I know for sure we did that in Houston. I know for sure we did that in Washington. I think we did in Atlanta. I'm not sure, but that's something that's important to us, and we're going to try to get that done.